Good morning student. Let's start our today's science class. So we have already started chapter number 2, that is component of food. In previous video we have learned about the different components of food. In this video also let's complete the remaining components of our food. So let's start our today's science class. So good morning students. Let's start our next topic, that is minerals. Salts of certain metals, non-metals needed by our body for its normal functioning are collectively called minerals. So minerals, they are the salts of metals and non-metals, and they are very important for normal functioning of our body. Minerals help in proper utilization of other nutrients in our body. Okay, so let's talk about minerals. Minerals perform important functions such as formation of bones, teeth and blood cells, and help in maintaining a normal heartbeat. Minerals also assist in certain chemical reactions in the body. Cooking does not destroy them. So it means that minerals are very essential, and two type of minerals are there. One, macro minerals. So macro means those minerals which is required by our body in large amount. So example, we have calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium. Now second type is micro minerals. So micro means small, so or in trace amount. So those minerals which is required by our body in a small amount are called micro minerals or trace minerals. Example, iron, zinc, copper and iodine. So students, let's discuss about some minerals, their sources and functions. So let's start with iron. Iron is essential for the formation of hemoglobin, which carries oxygen from lungs to the body cells. So what is hemoglobin? Do you remember in previous video I told you that hemoglobin, it is a protein which is present in our blood, and hemoglobin carries oxygen from lungs to the body cells. What are the sources? You see, eggs, groundnut, jaggery. Jaggery means गुड़ होता है. Spinach, millet, ज्वार, bajra, ragi, etc. and green vegetables. Next we have iodine. So iodine we need for the formation of protein called thyroxine, which controls the physical, mental and sexual development of our body. Okay, so iodine is a mineral found in some food. The body needs iodine to make thyroid hormone, and thyroid hormone secrete thyroxine, which is very essential, and it is a protein which control the physical, mental and sexual development of our body. So sources we have fish, seafood and iodized salt. Next we have calcium for making bones and teeth, help in blood clotting. So calcium, it is essential for the formation of bones and teeth, and it's also help in blood clotting. What is blood clotting? जो blood का जमना होता है उसको blood clotting कहते हैं. ये previous video में सब मैंने बताया था आप लोगों को. Now let's see about the sources. So milk, milk product, bean, whole gram and cereals, ragi, meat, fish, green leafy vegetables. So all these are sources. Phosphorus, help in formation of bones and teeth. So phosphorus is also essential. It plays a very important role in the formation of bones and teeth. Sources we have milk, bajra, ragi, nuts, green vegetables, fish and meat. So students, our next mineral is sodium and potassium. So sodium and potassium, they are very essential in maintaining the body fluids in proper condition. What is body fluids? So body fluids are the liquids which is originating inside the living humans. So example of body fluids are blood, urine, saliva. So all these are body fluids, means body liquids, and sodium and potassium maintain these body fluids in proper condition. What are the sources for these minerals? Common salt, vegetables and milk. Next we have fluorine. So fluorine is essential for proper functioning of the nervous system and prevents tooth decay. So nervous system, dear student, you know that our brain is also a part of nervous system, and you know that brain is known as the master part of our body. So really fluorine is very essential because it helps in the proper functioning of our nervous system and prevents tooth decay. Tooth decay means दांत का सड़ना. So you know that fluorine is also present in toothpaste because fluorine fight against germs and infections. Now the source of the source of fluorine is water. So it means that fluorine is present in all water sources. So students, let's talk about water. So water is essential for the life to exist. About 2/3 of our body weight is due to water. So water is very essential for us because water help us to exist our life on this earth. So we should drink at least 8 glass of water every day. About 2/3 of our body weight is due to water. So हमारे बॉडी का वेट जो भी है उसमें से 2/3 पार्ट जो है वो सिर्फ वाटर का है. सो प्लीज़ थिंक how much water is important. Most of the fruits and vegetables also contain water. So I told you previously also in chapter number 1 that in fruits and vegetables there is no food value because fruit and vegetables, they have lot of water percentage. So we should include more number of fruits and vegetables in our diet, so we will get water. It means it is good for our body. We can supply water to our body. Now let's talk about what are the important functions. So some of important functions of water in our body are given below. Transportation of nutrients or chemicals to and from the cell. So it means that water help in transportation of nutrients to the cells and take away waste materials which are then eliminated with urination. Maintenance of body temperature. So water help to maintain the balance of our body as well as it also maintains the temperature of our body. Excretion of the body waste. So water also help in elimination of waste products from our body. A medium for biochemical reactions in our body. So lot of biochemical reaction takes place in our body and water is one of the medium to carry out this biochemical reaction in our body. It helps in all this biochemical reaction, so it can take place in our body, and these reactions are very essential for the proper functioning of our body. Blood contain large quantity of water. Water loss from body causes dehydration. During dehydration, blood get thicker, causing severe pain and cramps in muscle. So our blood contain a large quantity of water, and water loss from the body causes dehydration. So what is dehydration? So dehydration means when our body loses water continuously as a sweat, urine and vapor. Vapor means while breathing. So in this way water loss take place from body, and this is called dehydration. So during dehydration blood gets thicker. You know that blood contain water. So if the more amount of water is eliminated from our body, so definitely blood gets thicker, and due to this, when it become thicker, when blood gets thicker, it causes severe pain and cramps in the muscles. So severe pain means बहुत ज़्यादा दर्द, और cramps in muscles means होता है कि मसल्स में दर्द होना. क्रैम्प्स मतलब होता है ऐंठन, तो जब हमारे मसल्स दर्द होने लगते हैं, सो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज क्रैम्प्स इन मसल्स. So it means that water is very very essential. We have to, if we are suffering from dehydration, so we have to immediately provide a good amount of water to our body to overcome all these problems. So one solution we have, that is called, it means problem of this solution. So dehydration का एक solution है हमारे पास, that is ORS. So ORS stand for oral rehydrating solution. So it can be given to the patient to recover from dehydration. So next topic is dietary fibers or roughage. So dietary fibers are the fibrous indigestible material present in any food, and it does not give us energy but help in easy digestion of food. So the roughage or dietary fibers, they do not provide any nutrient to our body and they remain undigested. However, they help in maintaining a healthy digestive system. It means that they help in digestion. Now we have two type of dietary fibers. One is soluble fibers and another is insoluble fibers. Soluble roughage is soluble in water, means that soluble roughage means what? It is soluble in water. Food rich in soluble roughage include apple, strawberry, peach and rice. Peach is a fruit, okay. Insoluble fibers. So insoluble fibers are, these are insoluble in water. Food rich in insoluble roughage includes whole grains, carrot, cabbage, turnip and cauliflower. So these are example of insoluble fibers. So dietary fibers, they do not provide any nutrient to our body, but they are very very important for the proper digestion of food. So they help in digestion of food. Now let's talk about functions of the dietary fibers. So help in retaining water in the body. So it helps to maintain the amount of water in the body. मतलब ये कि वाटर की जो मात्रा को बॉडी में बनाए रखता है. Add bulk to the food and give a sense of filling after the meal. Bulk मतलब होता है heavy, मतलब किसी की साइज़, जो साइज़ है फूड का उसको हैवी बना देना. सो एड बल्क टू द फूड, तो फूड को हैवी बनाता है ये. एंड गिव अ सेंस ऑफ फीलिंग आफ्टर द मील. एंड आफ्टर टेकिंग मील वी फील दैट we have taken a proper amount of diet that is required by our body. Next, prevent constipation and help in regular bowel movement. So it means that lack of insoluble roughage in the diet causes the stool to become hard and difficult to pass. This condition is called constipation. So and that when stool is become hard and it is difficult to pass, then we will not feel fresh. So that dietary fibers, it helps in the regular bowel movement, means बॉवल मूवमेंट का मतलब हुआ कि इजीली से हमारा स्टूल, यानी जो स्टूल का मतलब होता है अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड पार्टिकल्स विच इज़ एलिमिनेटेड फ्रॉम आवर बॉडी। तो ये हमारे बॉवल प्रॉपर बॉवल मूवमेंट को मेंटेन करता है, जिसके वजह से हमें हम फ्रेश फील करते हैं, हमें कॉन्स्टिपेशन नहीं होता है। कॉन्स्टिपेशन का मतलब होता है कि जब फूड प्रॉपरली डाइजेस्टेड नहीं होता है, जब लोगों को गैस फॉर्मेशन होना स्टार्ट होता है, तो उसको हम कॉन्स्टिपेशन कहते हैं। तो that roughages are very very important because it prevents constipation and help in regular bowel. So let's revise the various nutrient and their role in the body. So first we have energy giving food, that is carbohydrates and fats. So carbohydrates are the main source of energy and fats are the important source of energy. It also provides taste and flavor to the food, but we should not include too much amount of fat in our diet, because excess fats accumulate inside our body and leads to obesity. So be careful. Next we have bodybuilding foods. So that is protein. Protein is known as bodybuilding food and it is essential for or important for growth and repair of cells and tissues, and also help in digestion of food. Next we have protective food. So vitamins and minerals, they are known as protective food because they fight against diseases. So proper growth, immunity and good health. So they are proteins, vitamins and minerals, they are responsible for all these things, and they are also essential for the chemical reaction in cells. So these chemical reactions, they are carried inside our body, and these reactions are very very essential for proper functioning of our life processes. Now next we have water. So water is also very very essential. So water help in transport of nutrient from one part of body to the other, help in digestion, help in excretion. Excretion means removal of waste material from body, and also act as a medium for chemical reactions in the cell. So number of chemical reactions take place inside our cells. So water act as a medium for these reactions. Next we have dietary fibers or roughage. So help in digestion and prevent constipation. So these are the two main function of dietary fibers. So our next topic is balanced diet. The food we eat must meet the following requirements of our body. So the food which we are taking, it must be मीट द फॉलोइंग रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ आवर बॉडी। कहने का मतलब ये है कि जो फूड हम खाते हैं वो ऐसा हो कि हमारी बॉडी की जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट हो उसको वो कंप्लीट करे, पूरी करे। सो इट शुड प्रोवाइड द रिक्वायर्ड एनर्जी। सो जितनी एनर्जी बॉडी को चाहिए उतनी बॉडी को मिलनी चाहिए। जो फूड हम खाते हैं उसके मीडियम से, उसके माध्यम से हमें उतनी एनर्जी मिलनी चाहिए। इट शुड रिपेयर द डैमेज सेल्स टिश्यूज़ इन आवर बॉडी। सो दैट फूड ऑल्सो हेल्प टू रिपेयर द डैमेज सेल्स एंड टिश्यूज़ इन आवर बॉडी। इट शुड मेक न्यू सब्सटेंसेस essential for growth and reproduction. So that food is also capable to make a new substances in body which is very very essential for growth and reproduction. A meal containing some or all the components of food taken by human to meet the body requirement is termed as diet. So It means that a diet that contains adequate amount of different nutrients required for the healthy functioning of our body is called balanced diet. Or in simple sentences, we can say that a diet which contain all the nutrients in balanced form is termed as balanced diet. So, the diet which contain all the essential nutrient in the right proportion is called a balanced diet. So, the diet which contain all the nutrients in right amount or right proportion is known as balanced diet. The composition of the balanced diet depends on gender, age group, health and occupation. So these are the factors on which balanced diet depend. Balanced diet depend on gender, age group, health and occupation. सो जेंडर के हिसाब से, एज ग्रुप के हिसाब से, हेल्थ और ऑक्यूपेशन के हिसाब से बैलेंस डाइट सबका एक जैसा नहीं होता है, अलग अलग होता है. बच्चों का डाइट ज़्यादा होता है, उन्हें ज़्यादा बॉडी बिल्डिंग फूड की ज़रूरत होती है, सो उनके डाइट में प्रोटीन थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है. हेल्थ के हिसाब से भी अगर कोई पेशेंट है, किसी को शुगर है, किसी को बीपी है, तो उसका डाइट उस डिज़ीज़ के हिसाब से होगा. मतलब वो वही चीज़ें अपनी डाइट में इंक्लूड करेगा जिससे वो हेल्दी रहे. और ऑक्यूपेशन के भी हिसाब से एक लेबरर जो होगा उसका डाइट ज़्यादा होगा, उसमें एनर्जी प्रोवाइडिंग फूड्स ज़्यादा होंगे. सो दीज आर द फैक्टर्स and on these factors also balanced diet depend. For example, a balanced diet in respect of an obese person not doing much physical activity or much physical activity or mental work is different from a thin and hard working person. So definitely अगर हम बैलेंस डाइट की बात करते हैं तो इफ़ बैलेंस डाइट इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ एन ओबीज़ पर्सन, तो अगर कोई ओबीज़ पर्सन है जो बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब जो ना ही कोई फिज़िकल एक्टिविटी कर रहा है और ना ही कोई मेंटल एक्टिविटी कर रहा है, उसका डाइट और एक थिन एंड हार्ड वर्किंग पर्सन का डाइट बहुत ही अलग अलग होगा. क्योंकि इफ़ वी आर इंक्लूडिंग fat in our diet, so we have to do some hard physical work also, because if we are not doing so, then fat accumulated inside our body and we will become obese. So it means that we have to maintain our balanced diet according to our work also. If we are doing hard physical work, if we are doing hard mental work, then we need energy rich food in our diet. But if we are not doing hard work and if we are not spending too much time in doing hard work, then we should not include too much fat in our diet. However, a typical balanced diet should contain carbohydrates 60%, fats 15%, proteins 25%, minerals, vitamins, roughage in adequate quantity. Adequate quantity means enough for what we need. And we have to include sufficient water also. So this is the ratio, and in this way we can get a proper balanced diet. So that's all for today's video, today's class. And your homework is that you have to revise all the topics which I taught you or explained you in this chapter. You have to make neat and clean notes also, and you have to send in group that work. So thanks for watching this video.